Coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Denver. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. On the give, this is Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Check Mike 45. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Check Mike 21. Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You must be set.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
For 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Sam Cook on now to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hey, check, Mike 20.
Faking the give, Darnold. They'll roll him out right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Raiders are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And this is caught. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Raiders. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Raiders 14, Broncos nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
and he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And some room to work. Touchdown! Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Darnold's throw complete there to Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first. From the 50, it's Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Stop your butt.
Second down and 10, Darnold. And he lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Red 80. 45's Mike. 45. Here we go. 45.
Here's Darnold.
Let's go, defense.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Ricky. SOS.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. 3 down. 35's the mic. I got him. Mike 35. Mike 35. Watch the run.
Again, Darnold. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
14 moving. 14's moving. I'm on. Yo, 80.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Second and 10. The play fake, and it's Darnold.
Let's get off the field.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
35's the Mike. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Mike 35, Mike 35. Watch the flood, watch the flood.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football. And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Darnold on 3rd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
45, 45, 45. Red 80. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Hey, check.
Here's Darnold. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he gets it down to the 32. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
Twist. Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21. You're trash. Hey, check, Mike 21. Mike.
Darnold to throw again. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that...
And the Broncos get there and take him down. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Touchdown Raiders. It's complete. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Smith-Schuster now to return.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A 1st down throw, Darnold.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold finding some room at midfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd. Down.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Kevin King with a pick, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 17-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. Out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Herbert now. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Off the option, here's Akers.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A quick pass out to Juju. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Jim.
He'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down.
check. Check, smash. Check, smash. 21. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Hey, check, Mike 21. Mike 21. Check, Mike 21. Better bring it. Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back to throw now on first down. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Herbert's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They're going to pass here with Herbert. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it.
He's able to find Miller. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually good at moving the ball. Things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas,
their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.